Alright, so we have seen Morgantown, we have seen Point Marion, and now it's time to head up the road and finally see Uniontown. As you can imagine, Uniontown got its name because this was a major player in the coke, in the coal, and all the natural resource extraction industries about 180 years ago. So back at the turn of the last century, Uniontown was where the major strikes and organizations of the union labor kicked off. Then it eventually spread down the whole Monongahela Valley into West Virginia. But there were many strikes here, big ones that the National Guard had to get called into, people got hurt. But now, the union benefits we all know and love across this country and take for granted started right here in Uniontown. So we're headed there to go and see it. This little random town of Smithfield has a population of 817. I thought it was cool to show you if you're not from the area. This is just what a small little town out in western PA looks like. Not good, not bad, but surviving for at least the time being. Uniontown is the second largest city in Fayette County after Pittsburgh. They're so close that Uniontown is really just considered part of the Pittsburgh metro area. The city was huge at one time. You'll see downtown, there was a lot of money flowing through here. In 1940, it hit its peak population of about 21,000. And now, 70 years later, the population is under 10,000. So that is a huge loss for a major economic center. And now, Fayette County leads Pennsylvania in the amount of overdose deaths. So times have been tough. But you see these houses and this architecture, man, this was a nice place to live. And we're only 12 miles north of the West Virginia line right now. So we're close to Morgantown.
Get
I was always really into people's history, like the Marxist and socialist movements of this country that really built our middle class. So Uniontown was a place that would always come up because, like I said earlier, all the coal mining battles, wars for unionization and human rights and some dignity in a worker's life, things that we still have to fight for insanely. This jail, though, I didn't know anything about this jail. This was just like a random find that I saw looking down the street. It just closed, if you could believe that. This thing has been in operation for over 100 years. It just closed. It was difficult to find any concrete information about this place. I don't know why, because obviously a lot of care was put into it. If you look up in the tower, they used to hang people up in that tower. The gallows apparently are still there. But this place was decrepit, overcrowded, moldy, wet. I mean, you could see this thing was built for another point in history. So they finally closed it, moved the inmates out, and built a nice new prison on the outskirts of town. But I have a feeling that might have been the last major moneymaker in this city to go. As you'll see in a minute, as we crawl through the back part of this jail and up onto the hills, it gets rough up there. What you're seeing up ahead here is the State Theater, hailed as the largest, finest, and most beautiful playhouse in western Pennsylvania. It's been open since 1922. It had vaudeville, it had movies, and here's some pictures of what it used to look like in the inside and what it looks like now. 40 cuts right through this city, the first American highway. You've seen it in my Morgantown videos. You'll see it crop up time and time again. I think I'm eventually going to do a video of 40 from east to west because all these old cities that it goes through, time is completely forgotten about. You never hear about these places, but the architecture is sick in all of them. As you see here, we're climbing up into the residential areas now, and it gets tougher and tougher as we get up these hills. You can see that these people are on hard times.
Made your way out to Chambersburg, cause the rent is cheap and the dope, well, it's pretty good. Yeah, you chase less. You could eat at Sheets every night, and if you skip the rent, you could eat by candlelight. Yeah, you settle for less. And you're praying on your daddy's death. You can inherit all of his bread and get your dogs all fed. And that girl from high school, she'll think you're pretty cool. Made your way down to Hagerstown. Step up, maybe you'll stop on the free fall down. Yeah, you keep it fresh. You can gentrify a new neighborhood, be the last line of defense for the rich. Yeah, then wait till it gets good. And you're waiting on your daddy's death. That inheritance should fix all of this. And that girl from high school, she'll think you're pretty, think you're pretty cool. But nothing's ever free, not girls or drugs or money. Keep rolling the dice, let it all out red tonight. Put a matchbox under the table, then you never see nothing fall. Double nothing one more time, you got nothing to lose. It's just your life.
All in all, I have to say Uniontown is an architectural gem. I'm so glad I finally saw it. I'd like to come back here with more time and try and talk to somebody who had family that lived through all these milestones in American history. But until then, I'm happy with what we saw. Next up, we are headed to Columbus, Ohio. So stay tuned. Well, what'd you think of Uniontown? Pretty wild, right? There's dozens and dozens of those, maybe hundreds, maybe thousands. And I'm going to see them all. So please like and subscribe. And if you thought that was cool, share it on your local Reddit page, man. Reddit seems to be where the action is. So if you could help me out, that would be sick. All my books are linked down below with the music. And I'll see you next time. We're going to a secret earthworks site built thousands of years ago by an unknown civilization that lived right here in North America that you've probably never heard of. So subscribe because we're going to learn about it. Peace.